Welcome to Doing Life with Esther, which is the name of this channel, as you may have seen. But if you didn't, welcome. This channel is called Doing Life with Esther. This is my very first YouTube video ever, so please bear with me if I'm a bit all over the place. But we're gonna get there, okay? Because this is Doing Life with Esther, and we have to start somewhere. So let's get started. First things first, I would like to introduce myself to you so that we can know who's who and like what it is that we're doing and where we're going, because it would be awkward if we didn't know, like if I didn't even introduce myself. So yes, let's get started with that. My name is Esther, and I am originally Zambian. I am Zambian by blood, not Zambian by birth, because I wasn't born in Zambia, but that's a story for another day, and we'll get there, okay? Because we have got more than enough time to do life with Esther. So mainly, of course, I'm gonna get you up to speed on what has happened and things that I've been through in my life, experiences to get here to this point, and then from here we're gonna go forward together, of course, doing life with Esther. You get the point, you know what I'm saying? So I'm Zambian, both my parents are Zambian. Let me actually tell you about my parents. So let's call this young man John. So John, there was a young guy named John, okay? So John was not your average type of guy, okay? John was the type of guy who made sure that he was good at what he does, okay? John was good at what he did. So bear that in mind. So John was so good at what he did that he was the captain of the national soccer team, okay? So John was so good, he was not just going to be a player for the national team. He was so good that he was going to make captain, okay? So John, the guy, he was the captain of the national team. And not only was he captain of the national soccer team, if I didn't mention that, not only was he the captain of the national soccer team, John was also the captain of the National Defense Force, okay? The army. So whatever you get what I'm saying, like whatever John did, he made sure that he did it to the best of his ability, because he was not just he was okay? So this guy, bear in mind, John, captain of the national soccer team and captain of the National Defense Force of Zambia. That's the country where I'm born, of course. So John and his people, John was living life. John was the guy, okay? And I don't know exactly how things went, but there came a time John and his team were traveling, okay? This is the army. They were no, this is the national team. This is the soccer team, my bad. So they were traveling to a place where they were supposed to go and play or whatever the case is, but it just so happened that the transportation, there was something that happened with the transportation, okay? So now John and his squad, they needed to use public transport, okay? So zoop, onto the other side, there is a young lady. Her name, we're gonna call her Jane, okay? So Jane is also good at what she does, because Jane was a news anchor, and she was a newsreader for the National Broadcasting Company. So here in SA, we have SABC, so it was something similar to that. So she was a news anchor. She was flourishing. She was young. She was beautiful. She knew what she was doing, okay? So it just so happened that Jane, she would take the bus every time. And this specific day that Jane was ready to take the bus, guys, let me tell you what happened on this fateful day. So Jane, she's at the bus station, okay? She's ready, waiting for the bus. And then boom, out of nowhere, these guys are like, okay, Jane, listen, unfortunately you cannot take this bus because the national team is going to be using it for transportation, blah, 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 blah. And Jane is like, oh hell No, like I need to make sure that I get to work so that I can make my bag, okay? I'm not worried about these freaking people that need to use the bus. All of a sudden, now you want to tell me that I cannot get to work? No. So Jane was not having it, guys. Jane was not having it. She's like, no, this is the bus that I always take. Now you want to tell me that I can't take this bus? Like, what? So it just so happened, Jane, she got on the bus, okay? And she was not having it. So they were like, okay, it's fine, okay, let's let Jane have the bus as well, but like the rest of the people can't come on because it's specifically for the national team. So Jane gets on the bus, she's seated there, she's in her game, she's focused on what she's doing because she knows what she's just got her head in the game, she's ready to go and read this news. And all of a sudden, of course, now did I mention that John is on the same bus because he's the captain of the national team. So John and his guys, okay, they seated at the back and they're like, yo, did you see this lady? Did you see this girl? Did you see her? Did you see her? And John's like, yeah, I saw her. So John takes it upon himself to be like, you know what? This girl sitting here is so beautiful. I'm gonna go and say hi. And the guys are like, yo, John, you think you're gonna go say hi? And John is like, yeah, I'm gonna go say hi. What? I'm gonna go. And John made sure that he did. John went and he sat next to Jane. And Jane was like, and John was like, hi. And Jane was like, okay. Of course, I'm just adding my own spices. Okay, so Jane is like, and John is like, hi. And Jane's like, hi. Okay, so obviously I was not there for the conversation, but I'm just saying, like, you know. So, guys, John was so good at what he did. He left with Jane's number, okay? It was a fairly long distance that they had to travel. So by the end of that trip, let me tell you, John had Jane's number. And how do I know this? Because that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here all these years later, okay? Because Jane and John, yes, those are my parents. That's the story of how they met, okay? My mom, she was a news anchor. She was a newsreader at the time. And my dad, he was the captain of the national soccer team in the country at that time. And at the same time, the captain of the National Defense Force, okay? So he was a soldier. He was the soldier, okay? And then all these years later, I'm here, and I'm not the only one. I have many siblings, guys. I'm one of 7. There's 7 of us. There used to be 8 of us, but then my sister before me passed before I was born. God rest her soul. And so, yeah. To think the story ends there, guys. John, this guy, my dad, he made sure that at their wedding, they're not gonna cut this cake with a knife, okay? They're not gonna use a regular little knife to cut the cake, okay? They used a sword, a whole entire sword, like the sword that he was using. That sword that he was using to kill people. Okay, now I'm not allowed to say that one. But the sword that he was using to shang those people is the same sword. Okay, I don't know if it's the same sword, but like, they used the sword to cut the cake, people, and I have evidence somewhere up here, somewhere around here, the picture's gonna pop up. Shoot! My parents on their wedding day used a sword to cut their cake. But yeah, so it doesn't get that much more epic for me, okay? Like, goals, and hopefully on my wedding day I can do the same. But in any case, so yeah, that's how I came to be. My parents, of course, they're still together. One of my most favorite love stories, because yeah, they've stood the test of time. They're still together, still very much in love. Maybe I might just feature them on this channel because they are a huge part of my life and they're the reason why I'm here. Okay, so yeah, that being said, that was how I came to be. That's the story of my parents. I grew up with both parents, loving home, lots and lots and lots of amazing, crazy, fun times in the house growing up because, as I said, I'm one of 7. So you can imagine a house with like people everywhere. That's how I grew up. I grew up in a big family and I intend on having a big family too. But yeah, so it has always been just like a good time because there's just always people around. Hence, another thing that I would like you to know about me is that I talk a lot, okay? I talk a lot and I like laughing. I talk a lot and I like laughing. And I like making people laugh, which I hope I will do to you as you come along this journey with me, okay? Just also to let you know about my family. There are 4 boys and 3 girls. Initially it was like 4-4. Look at how blessed. Do you see the blessings? Do you see how blessed my mom and my dad are? You know, like wow. And so yeah, 4 boys, 3 girls. I'm the youngest of the 3, and I have a baby brother, of which you will probably get to meet on this channel as well, because my baby brother, he's amazing. And yeah, as I said, I like to talk. I like to make people laugh. Also, I am. Can we take a moment of silence? Moment of silence. I am a person who I love God. Like, I love God with all my heart. I love God with all I am, because can I tell you, there are moments when it is literally just God that got me through what I was going through. Okay, there are moments when I was supposed to be unalive right now if it wasn't for God. So those are stories that I'm also going to share with you. So God over everything, okay? God first before anything. I owe my whole entire life to God. I owe my soul to God. I owe everything to God, okay? And then also another thing that that I would like you to know about me is that I am also engaged. As you can see, this ring is like, yeah, I'm engaged. And my wedding is going to be happening soon, which of course I want you to be a part of that journey as well. So yes, you will get to see who he is and what he's about as well. So you guys be smiling, but yeah, so that's basically me in a nutshell. I love God, I love my family, I love my husband to be, I love making people laugh, I love talking, I love food. Can we talk about cha? I'm coming back. I'm back. Can I tell you how I love food? I found million. Yeah. I'm eating on my first video, but yeah, you guys are gonna get to know. This is me. I'm eating chips right now with some nice sauce. I love food. Food. I love to eat. Okay? Food. So long as there's food, we will get along just fine. Okay? Okay. So I put the food away. But I love food, guys. There has to be food. If you want me to come and chill with you and come and be around, make sure that there's food, please. Food. Thank you, Lord, for the food. So yes, I feel like that is all that I would like to say in this very first video. I mean, like, as you can see, there's a lot happening. I don't wanna scare you guys away, because I want you guys to come, okay? I need you to come along this journey with me, okay? So I don't want to scare you guys away, like on the first video, like, you know, it's country life with Esther. So let me calm down, let me reground myself. Let's breathe, let's breathe, let's breathe. Okay, so please, if you have gotten this far in this video, I know it's been all over the place, please do forgive me, it is my first video, but please can you like and subscribe? I'm not even going to ask you to share this video, just like and subscribe, please. That's all that I'm going to ask you to do, so that in that way you can be around for the next video. So stay well, stay blessed, God bless you, stay as beautiful as you are. Remember, there is only one of you on this earth, so you be the best you that you can be. Signing out. Bye guys.